everyone, welcome into the Flippin' Hippos YouTube channel. I'm Star. If you're new here, you haven't yet, please consider subscribing. It does help us feed some hungry hippos around here. And don't forget to hit the thumbs up. This video will come out Wednesday, October 30th, because it's a Wednesday. It's time for Midweek Motivation, the video every week where you get to watch me work while I give you a motivational chat or a kick in the butt, some tough love, whatever you need that week. Hopefully you brought some work along with you so that you can work also while you listen and everybody's multitasking and getting stuff done. And speaking of getting stuff done, today's midweek motivation is all about excuses. Stop making excuses, period. That's it. That's the video. No, I'm kidding. But really, that could be the entire video. Just stop it. Stop making excuses. You either do or you don't. As Yoda from Star Wars says, try not. Do or do not. There is no try. And when you're making excuses, you're giving yourself an out. You're giving yourself a reason to not do the things that you should be doing, you need to be doing, or you want to be doing. The power of action is unique for resellers because we are our own bosses and we are left to our own devices most of the time. We're home alone and we're in charge of our schedule. We're in charge of our routines. And if we don't have a clear and concise routine or schedule in place, we can meander around our house looking for things to do all day while not being productive at all. You have heard me mention routines and schedules approximately 5,328,000 times on this channel because routines are so important, especially for self-employed people who work from home. It is very easy to get derailed, distracted, and not have a clear and concise plan every day of what you're going to do. If you don't have that clear and concise plan, again, you're just kind of wandering around like, should I list? Should I take photos? Oh, maybe I should clean my sliding glass door today. Like, it's so easy to not get to work and do the things you need to do. Whereas if you have a clear and concise routine, you know you do these things in this order every day. And you will go do them. It takes 30 days to create a habit. So when you're doing something new, you have to almost force yourself to do it for those 30 days. Then it becomes a habit and it becomes autopilot. So think about like your morning routine or even your evening routine. The order in which you do things when you're getting ready for bed or the order in which you do things when you're getting ready in the morning. Down to, do you wash your hair first or your body first in the shower? Everybody has a routine in the shower that they follow without even thinking. It's just something that you do automatically on autopilot. And that's what happens when you create good habits and routines. As self-employed small business owners, we're in a very unique position to create our own success. And so whether you're creating success or failure is pretty much on you and how you are scheduling your day and how much work you're doing and whether or not you're making excuses. 3 of the most common excuses that I hear time and time again from many resellers: I'll start tomorrow, I don't have enough time, or I'm not sure if it will work. Followed by the I know I should do it, but I'm not going to do it statement of I'll have to try it sometime. Do you know how many times in the past 8 years that I've been on YouTube, I've heard people say, oh, I'll have to try it sometime. And 3 years later, they're still not doing whatever it is they knew they should try, like cross posting. That's just a way of pushing off the inevitable. If you constantly say, I'll have to try it sometime, you're probably never going to. And that's kind of an excuse adjacent. But let's talk again about the 3 most common excuses I hear. I'll start tomorrow. No, you won't. If you're constantly saying, I'll start tomorrow, Monday, next week, next month, next year, next quarter, you're lying to yourself. You're lying to whoever you're saying that to, and you're a big liar face. Stop saying I'll start tomorrow. Make a concise plan and start today. If you've been meaning to cross post, you don't have to wait for the morning. You don't have to wait for Monday or next week or next month or next year. You can literally, at a random Thursday at 2:04 p.m., say, now is the time I'm finally going to do it. You have to do the things you know you should be doing or want to do to increase your productivity or grow your business or even keep it maintained. I actually have seen some resellers lose their momentum and not be as successful because they get comfortable. And we talked about that in a video last week about things successful people don't do. One of the things successful people don't do is to allow themselves to get comfortable and just stagnate in one place. So no, you won't start tomorrow. Start today. The other most common excuse, I don't have enough time. I don't even believe in that. And I've said that on this channel. And this is something I absolutely believe in. We all get the same 24 hours in every day. So the expression, I don't have enough time, is bullshit. I don't believe it. I will never believe it. And I try not to say it. I catch myself sometimes saying it. And I'm like, wait a minute. I'm not trying to say I don't have the time for this. I'm saying it's not a priority. You make time for the things that are a priority. So when you are saying you don't have time for something, all you're saying is that it's not a priority. And then you need to decide if it is. And what else are you prioritizing above it that maybe shouldn't be a priority? Let me give you a good example. Someone who doesn't cross post. I don't have time for that. Why not? Why can't you find an extra half hour in your day to move 10 items to a different platform? What are you doing in that half hour? Are you doom scrolling on social media? Are you talking to friends on Facebook? What are you prioritizing over something for your business or something that's going to better you as a person? I don't have time to exercise. Why not? You watching TV at night instead of exercising? I mean, if that's what you want to do, that's your priorities, that's fine. But I can't stand when people say, I don't have time. Everybody has time. Everybody has 24 hours a day. And we all manage to prioritize what is important to us. Whether you have children, pets, sick parents, whatever your life entails, the things that are most important, you will always find time for. I am asked all the time, how do you read so much? How do you find time to read so many books? Because it's a priority to me. Reading is something that I have enjoyed doing since I was a little kid. I love to read, and it is a priority to me. So I don't watch a lot of TV. I don't watch a lot of movies. In the evening after work, I'm not really on social media. I do social media all day. It's my job. But after 6 o'clock, I'm not doom scrolling. I'm not on my phone fiddle farting around on TikTok. I really dedicate and donate a couple of hours in the evening to read. And I read at my lunch break too. When I'm eating lunch, I read because I prioritize it. So think about that when you say you don't have time for something. You do or you don't if it's not a priority. If you really think something's not a priority, you will never find the time for it. But I really wanted to stress this because this is something I feel so strongly about. I hear people all day long, every day. I don't have time. Yeah, you do. It's just not a priority to you. And maybe you need to start thinking about the things you're wasting time on and what you probably shouldn't be prioritizing. And the other excuse that I hear often, it is most common for humans to say, is I'm not sure if it'll work. Okay, so try it. Try it. Like, if you're not sure it's going to work, what's the harm in trying? I'm not sure if Bliss Perfectly is for me. Well, try it. 30% off your first month with my code flippinhippos. And if you don't like it, cancel it. I don't think cross-posting will increase my profits. Cross-post for a month or two. See if your profits increase. I don't know if I really want to do YouTube. Try it. See what happens. Do you like it? If not, you can not do it. And if you do, you can keep doing it. The excuse of, I don't know if it'll work or not, is lame, for lack of a better word. It's lame. If you don't know if it's going to work, you might as well try it. Excuses are just barriers that you are putting in front of yourself and your own potential. And every minute that you spend making these excuses or convincing yourself or others of these excuses is time lost that you could have been doing the very thing that you're excusing yourself for not doing in the first place. And when it comes to your reselling business, if you're constantly making excuses to not get your work done, to not do the amount of things that you should be doing each day, take a step back and remember why you started reselling in the first place. Everyone's story is different. Everyone's journey, everyone's reasons are different. But take a step back and think of yours. Why are you reselling? What is your why? What is your reason? Is it because you're disabled and this is something that you can do that works for you, that you don't have to work outside of the home? Is it to raise money for family vacations? Is it to pay off debt? Is it to supplement secondary income? Whatever that reason is, take a step back and remember that. Remember the goals you set for yourself in the beginning. Remember the dreams you had. Remember how you thought you were going to be this great reseller, and go back to the beginning and start over and go back to those goals and those dreams, and remember who you were when you first became a reseller, when you were hopeful, when you were excited, and stop making excuses. You cannot grow if you're constantly making excuses. And if your business is where it needs to be and you are in maintaining mode, that's fine. That's not what I'm talking about. There are folks who get their business built to a certain level and they're just, replacing what they sell each day and keeping that momentum going. And that's great, but you have to keep that momentum going. If you're in growth mode, you have to push a little bit harder. When I say stagnant, it means you just get lackadaisical. You get like you just don't care anymore. If you find yourself constantly at the end of every single day saying you didn't get done what you wanted to get done because you don't have enough time in your day, you really need to look at your routines. You really need to look at what your routines are, where you're wasting time. And I've brought this up in several other videos, but you can always, for a week or two, literally make yourself write down everything you do in a day. From the time you wake up till the time you go to bed, 10 minutes on TikTok, half an hour on Netflix, 2 hours working, whatever it is you're doing, write it down, because you're going to start to see patterns in yourself that you can probably change and where you're wasting your time so that you can be more productive. And this doesn't just apply to your work. Like if you really intend to exercise or go for walks or spend more time with your family, you need to find a way to do it. It's important that you do join the reselling community. This can be a very lonely job. I have said this approximately 5,383 times on this channel as well, but it's true. Being a part of the reselling community gives you a support group. It gives you people you can tell your goals to, so you're held accountable, and people you can go to with your pain points that can help you through struggles and learn new things, and just people you can talk to that are like-minded, that understand what our jobs are like. You can, if you do use List Perfectly, we have a great community there. They have a Facebook group. They have listing parties every day where you can go and learn and talk with other resellers. You can join other Facebook groups. You can join a local eBay meetup group in your area. You can go on Instagram. The Instagram reselling community is pretty great. I really like them. You just have to jump on in and start using your hashtags and start commenting and talking to people. And everybody's really welcoming and you'll just be a part of the community. It's a great place to be. But you got to be part of the community because they're going to hold you accountable. They're going to lift you up. And they're going to help you over these obstacles that you're struggling with. If you're just sitting in your house by yourself, telling yourself all of these excuses every day over and over, nothing's going to change. No more excuses. Stop it. I'm going to challenge you to try not to make an excuse for a whole week. You think you can do it? I think the biggest one is the time thing. So just try to change your mindset about that. Instead of saying, I don't have time, tell yourself this isn't a priority. And that will really be an eye-opener for you. Because if it's something like you wanted to start sitting outside with your coffee every day and you find that it's not happening and you tell yourself, well, maybe this just isn't just a priority for me. Okay. But if it's something to do with your family or your friends that you keep missing out on and you tell yourself this isn't a priority, that hurts. That's an ouch. That's an eye opener. What do you mean they're not a priority to you and why aren't you making time for them? Okay, guys, go be productive. Make sure you have good routines in place and stop making excuses and start making things happen. Thank you for watching. I will see you next time. Bye.